Marshall on the blitz. Buckner gets rid of it to the left sideline, and it is intercepted by Gilmore. 30, 25, 20, right sideline. Stephen Gilmore. Gilmore into the south end zone at Notre Dame Stadium, and Marshall leads at 25-15.
Appleby with some time over the middle, picked up by Lang. Second interception of the game. Lang. Taquan Lang to the end zone. Touchdown.
Breaks it loose. It's a foot race. Rashid Ali, touchdown, 63 yards. His 21st rushing touchdown of the season.
He's going for Dobson. Dobson, the big strong receiver. Yes!
All right, y'all. Welcome back into another episode of the Herd Huddle. As you can see, it's just me. We do not have Keegan with us today because we have some very exciting news. Keegan is at the hospital right now, welcoming in his daughter to the world. So, Keegan, congratulations on becoming a dad. Thank you for making me an uncle. And the herd just got bigger, y'all. Newest member of the Herd family, a healthy baby girl. So shout out to Keegan. Yeah, so that's why it's just going to be me for this episode. So let's go ahead and dive into this. We got Middle Tennessee on the road this weekend. And let's start with what ESPN thinks. ESPN's given the Herd a 69.9% chance to win the game, although Marshall is only favored by 2.5 points. So take that how you will. The over-under total points for the game is 46.5. So if I was a betting man, I'm hammering the under. But here we go into week 4 and another must-win game for the Herd. Both teams 1-2 to start the season. Last week, both teams also got their first win on the season. Obviously, we all know Marshall beat EKU. Middle Tennessee is coming off a 14-13 win against Nevada. They also have losses to Wisconsin and got beat pretty good in week 1 by Austin Peay. So both teams struggling, especially on offense. Both defenses have been playing pretty good through the first couple weeks of the season. Marshall, 11 sacks through the first 3 games. Obviously, we didn't have any against Georgia. Both defenses have been playing very well. Look, their offense has been struggling just as ours has, but the difference is Middle Tennessee's been wanting to throw the ball, and from what I've heard, they want to start running the ball. They just haven't for whatever reason, and they do better with their 2-minute drives, 2 4-minute drives when they start to air that out. We cannot allow them to get the run game going to help them open up the pass because that could spell trouble for us. It's kind of just a question this game of which offense can get rolling first. I think we also assume that Carlos is going to be the starter this weekend. I don't know. I can't say for sure that he's going to be the starter the rest of the year, but after last week and what we've heard so far this week, Coach says it's still a battle, but he also said in the press conference the other day if it was a game that night, we were starting Carlos. So I'm rolling into this week expecting Carlos to start. Do we think – I set the over-under 14 passing attempts for us. We need to hammer the over. We need to be – I think we need to at least have 20 to 25 passing attempts. I would prefer 25, obviously. But we have to establish some sort of pass game to open up the run game. I'm completely okay with us wanting to be a running team, but it's too predictable right now, and we need a way to open that up. So we need to air it out a little bit. I'm not saying we have to chuck 45-yard passes down the field, but again, like I said in the previous episodes, that medium 5, 10, 15-yard range, we need to establish that. and it's really going to help open up the run game. I know we talked about all the running with quarterbacks last week, and that could have just been a one-off. I'm fine with having the quarterback run game, but we need to establish the run with our running backs. And if we're going to be a run team, we have a whole running back room that is solid. So we need to get those guys the ball, get them going. Between Ja'Kai and Carlos last week, I think they had probably 30-some rushing attempts, maybe. I can't remember exactly. I say we need to keep it to 10 a game, maybe, with quarterback runs. Let's get the running backs in it, use that pass, hopefully, to open up the run game. And again, I'm fine with running the ball if we can control the clock, because you don't want to run the ball and then still do be 3 and outs, or run the ball, run, and then put yourself in third and medium to long range where you have to pass it. That's just not a recipe for success. So let's talk about Middle Tennessee's offense. Their quarterback is number 11, Nick Viato. He's a 6', 212-pound senior. So far on the season, he's got 548 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. His QBR is 27, which ranks 120th in the country, so it hasn't been great, but he's definitely capable of throwing the ball down the field. Running back-wise, number 9, Ja'Kale Middlebrook, 5'10", 196-pound sophomore. He has 33 carries for 142 yards and 0 touchdowns on the year. We cannot let him get going. Like I said before, that could be not good for us if we let Middlebrook get going. Shut the run game down, force him to pass, and we'll be okay. Passing-wise, or receiving-wise, I should say, Najee Cox is their leading receiver. He's 6'3", 200-pound junior. He's got 14 receptions with 170 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns already on the season. And then on the other side of the ball, their leading tackler is their linebacker, number 9, Parker Hughes. He's a 6'1", 225-pound senior. He has 21 total tackles on the season, and 12 of those are solo. So like I was saying before, their defense seems to be pretty solid. Again, kind of hard to tell what the opponents they played. It doesn't seem like they've played very good passing offenses. And let's be honest, that's not going to start this week. I hope it does. I hope we do start opening up the field a little bit, but their defense seems to do pretty well against the run. And as far as our defense goes, I think our front 7 is going to be the key to this game. If we can keep getting pressure on the quarterback, things should tend to go in the right direction for us. Cannon Lewis had a great week last week. Kerryon Martin is the leading tackler for us with 26 tackles on the year so far. Hopefully he can keep at it. And then, the defense really impressed last week. Again, I know it was EKU, but they did their job. The only touchdown EKU got came off that turnover and on our end of the field. So can't even really put that on them. Now, if they can just keep that going against an FBS opponent this week, EKU wasn't. I like our defense. And the front 7 has been huge. Boogie has been awesome. 2 interceptions last week. Yeah, our DBs are a little undersized probably, but they've been playing pretty good for the most part. The Missouri State game, there were some busted coverages, but again, that didn't happen last week. We shut that down, so hopefully we just see continued success and progression in the defense. Running backs, last week we saw all of them. 11 different ball carriers. And I hope we keep using most of them. They're all good. They all run the ball different styles. So we can do that. We are going to Murfreesboro, though. We all know Marshall hasn't had great success down there. But like Coach Gibson said, whole new roster, whole new coaches of guys who've never been there. Marvay Myers played for Middle Tennessee last year. So he knows kind of about all that. And I believe he said his first game he ever played at Middle Tennessee was against Marshall. So that's kind of an interesting little tidbit. and super exciting for him to go play against his old team and kind of show them what they're missing. So score prediction wise, I'm going to go, I don't think we're going to put up 30 this week. I would love if we did, but I'm going to say 24-14 Marshall. And then we have our weekly score predictions from the fans and Burnerverse. So I'll go ahead and read those off to you guys real quick. Herd fan 123 says 20-17 Middle Tennessee. So not starting off with a Marshall dub apparently. The Herd's headset says 21-7 Marshall. Yogi the Bear says 31-27 Marshall. What do we got here? The Herd Scoop says 24-13 Herd. Casey from the Herd Bros says 26-20 Marshall. Colt James says 2014 Marshall. Marshall Matters says 24-20 Herd. Go Herd Please Win says 31-21 Herd. Herd U, we have another Middle Tennessee pick. Says 23-17 Middle Tennessee State. Barstool Marshall is going to say 22-17 Herd. And the Herd Dispatch says 24-17 Herd. So a lot of similar scores, all relatively close games, and I can't disagree with that. Middle Tennessee lost to Austin Peay, but we just can't think we're going to go in here and roll them over because we haven't really proved that yet. Yeah, we beat EKU how we were supposed to, and it should have been worse. But again, it was EKU, and that's no disrespect to them. But we need to show we can do that against teams that are on our level. And it needs to start this weekend because it's another must win. We have to win this game. If we can get the 500, go into conference play 2-2, hit the road next week, go to Louisiana, who, a team that's been struggling. I know they've had their injuries. But if you can win this game, get some momentum going down there for a rematch of the Sun Belt title game, I think it could be a start to something good. Obviously, after that Louisiana game, we get a bye week, and then we're back in the zone for 2 straight weeks. But, boy, it's not going to be easy. Old Dominion coming, and then Texas State. So probably the top 2 best teams in the Sun Belt right now. Obviously, Old Dominion coming off that huge win against Vatech. So we'll see. But it all starts this weekend, 7 o'clock down there in Murfreesboro. If you guys are going down there, we are unfortunately not going to be able to make it down this weekend because of things that will happen. Paint Murfreesboro green, be loud, cheer on the boys, and let's bring another Marshall victory back to Huntington. Let's get this thing going. No better time to start a winning streak than right now. We can do this. The guys have got this. We've seen progress from the players, from the coaching staff. There's no reason we can't go win this game. There's no reason we shouldn't go win this game. We should win this game. Let's get to 500. Season's back on the track, boys. All of our goals still ahead of us. Bowl games still ahead of us. Conference championship still ahead of us. Yeah, it's a stretch, but those are our goals. Championships, we play for championships here, and that's always going to be the goal. It doesn't matter the year, doesn't matter the circumstances. That's just how it is. All of our goals are in front of us until they're not. You know what I'm saying? But it starts this weekend. You cannot lose this game. This is a must win. We have to go down there and do our job. I hope I picked a 24-14 Herd win. I hope they go prove me wrong. I hope we just stomp them, you know what I mean? I hope we go down there, handle business, get a huge win. If we can get a score like last week, don't get me started. The expectation is going to go through the roof if that happens. I know Middle Tennessee has been great this year, but to see it against another opponent on our level would be huge. So, yeah, this video is not going to be as long as the other videos have been, a little shorter. Obviously, I don't have Keegan, so it's kind of been a little awkward doing this by myself. First time doing it by myself. So I apologize if this episode's not the greatest, but Hey, we had to get you guys an episode out. I wasn't going to not do it, okay? We got you guys. So make sure everybody follows us. By the way, speaking of follows us, we have an Instagram page now, at The Herd Huddle. Go follow it. You can follow us everywhere at The Herd Huddle. X/Twitter, Instagram now. What am I forgetting? YouTube, obviously, Spotify, and TikTok. We're almost to 500 followers on TikTok. People have been liking it over there. So if you guys could go follow us there as well. Follow us everywhere. We appreciate it. We appreciate all of you guys who listen. We're just trying to grow the channel. You know, we love Marshall football. We always have. And we love doing this. We've always wanted to do this. So we just appreciate everybody who does take their time to listen. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. And let's go get a victory this weekend, y'all. And go Herd.
Marshall on the blitz. Buckner gets rid of it to the left sideline, and it is intercepted by Gilmore. 30, 25, 20, right sideline, Stephen Gilmore. Gilmore into the south end zone at Notre Dame Stadium, and Marshall leads it 25-15.
Appleby with some time over the middle, picked up by Lang. Second interception of the game. Lang. Daquan Lang to the end zone. Touchdown.
Breaks it loose. It's a foot race. Rashid Ali, touchdown, 63 yards. His 21st rushing touchdown of the season.
He's going for Dobson. Dobson, the big strong receiver. Yes! Wow!